Hello dear students of class 11th. In my last video lecture, I shared with you how we use calculus in discussing non-uniform as well as non-uniform accelerated motion. In calculus, we have two sub-branches, differentiation as well as integration. And last video lecture was related with differentiation, how differentiation is used in discussing this type of motion. And in differentiation, the basic points were when position versus time equation is given to us, we differentiate one time with respect to t time, we get velocity, and one more time when we differentiate we get acceleration. Means from displacement or distance, if velocity is to be calculated or acceleration is to be calculated, we go for differentiation. Similarly, if from acceleration we want to know velocity or distance, means converse of it, acceleration is known, we want to know velocity or distance, we go for integration. There are some rules for the integration which we are going to discuss with you today. So my today's topic is related with the use of integration in the mechanics. Dear students, as we have discussed that when we apply d by dt operator on distance, we get velocity. This is called differentiation operator, differentiation with respect to time. Similarly, when we differentiate velocity with respect to time, we get acceleration. These are called differentiation operator. Differentiation operator. Differentiation with respect to time. Similarly, this is called integration operator. If you write like this, integration with respect to time, this is differentiation with respect to time, it is integration with respect to time. So when we integrate acceleration with respect to time, we get velocity, and when we integrate velocity with respect to time, we get distance or displacement. Once again, when differentiation operator is applied on distance, we get velocity. When differentiation operator is applied on velocity, we get acceleration. Similarly, when integration operator is applied on acceleration, we get velocity. When integration operator is applied on velocity, we get distance. This is also known as differentiation of distance with respect to time, means velocity. Differentiation of velocity with respect to time means acceleration. This will be written as integration of acceleration with respect to time will be velocity. Integration of velocity with respect to time will be distance. This we have discussed already in the last video lecture, how we differentiate. Now today we are going to discuss how we integrate. But you should, this point you should keep in the mind that if acceleration is given and we want to know velocity, we have to go for integration. If velocity is given, we want to know distance, we have to go for integration. If distance is given, we want to know velocity, we have to go for differentiation. If velocity is given, we want to know, we have to go for differentiation. So as there were few rules of differentiation, similarly there are few rules for integration. We discuss these rules as well as we will apply the rule to discuss a simple example. Rule number 1 of integration: always integration of dependent variable is done with respect to independent variable. As we were discussing differentiation, that always differentiation of dependent variable is done with respect to dependent variable. Similarly here also, when we do integration, we integrate dependent variable with respect to independent variable. If we have a distance time equation, when time changes, distance changes, so we differentiate distance with respect to time. Similarly, when time changes, distance changes, so we can integrate distance also with respect to time. Rule number 2: if between the terms addition or subtraction sign is present, each term should be integrated separately. Rule number 3: if constant term is attached with variable, we keep it outside before integration, whereas if constant is alone, its integration will be equal to independent variable. We will discuss how we are applying it. First we are writing the rules. Number 4: if variable is in the form of power, we write or we use power formula, according to which variable is x, whose power is n, we are integrating with respect to x. Its value will be into x plus x to the power n plus 1 upon n plus 1. But this formula is applicable only when n is not equal to minus 1. If n is equal to minus 1, it is not applicable. So for n is not equal to minus 1, this formula is applicable. Now, only if we use these relations, these rules, how we do the integration, we are discussing with the help of an example. Then we will go on the few more rules or regulation laws. Suppose acceleration versus time equation is given to you. A is equal to 3t square minus 4t plus 2. A represents acceleration, t represents time. This is acceleration versus time equation. They are asking find velocity of the body after 2 seconds. After 2 seconds, find distance traveled in 4 seconds. How we do it? If we see this relation, as time changes, acceleration changes, means body is performing non-uniform accelerated motion. So we are not in position to use equations of motion to find any parameter related with the motion, because those equations of motion are used only when body is performing uniform accelerated motion, means when acceleration of body is constant. So how we will do? Here A is acceleration, T is time. On changing time, A changes. So they are asking find velocity. So as I told you, that velocity is equal to integration of acceleration with respect to time. So you write like this: integration of 3t square minus 4t plus 2. We have just placed the value of a. Between the terms addition or subtraction sign is present, so each term should be integrated separately. Integration of 3t square, we are integrating only 3t square with this time, first term. Then we will integrate second term with respect to time. Then we will integrate third term with respect to time. According to this rule, if between the terms addition or subtraction sign is present, each term should be integrated separately. If constant is attached with the variable before integrating, we take constant outside. When constant is alone, there is no t present here. We are integrating only 2. 2 is constant. Then if constant is alone, its integration will be equal to independent variable. Integration of dt will be t. What is t? Independent variable. Then we will go for the power formula. Power formula, just written. According to it, t to the power 2 plus 1 upon 2 plus 1 minus 4 t to the power 1 plus 1 upon 1 plus 1 plus 2t. That is, v is equal to 2 plus 1, 3 and 3 will cancel out together. You will get t cube minus 1 plus 1, 2, 4 divided by 2 will be 2, 2 to the power 3 plus 2t. This is called velocity time equation. They have given us acceleration versus time equation. By integrating, we have got velocity versus time equation. Now since they are asking find the velocity when time is 2 seconds, put t is equal to 2. So velocity when time is 2 seconds will be 2 to the 4 to the 8 minus 4 plus 2 into 2. 8 minus 4 plus 4, that is 8 unit. Then second part is find the distance traveled by the body in 4 seconds. Since we know distance is equal to integration of velocity with respect to time, and the velocity is t cube minus 2t square, 2t square it was. So when we will put t over 2 seconds, it will become 8, 2 to the 4 to the 8, it will become minus 8, it will become 4, 8 minus 8 plus 4, that is 4 unit. T cube minus 2t square plus 2t into dt, integration of t cube dt, integration of 2t square dt plus integration of 2t dt, t to the power 4 by 4 minus 2t cube by 3 according to power formula plus 2. Here power of t is 1, so t to the power 1 plus 1 means 2 by 2. So finally you have got, after integrating acceleration versus time equation twice, one time you have integrated, you got velocity versus time equation, twice you have integrated, you got distance versus time equation as x is equal to t to the power 4 by 4 minus 2t cube by 3 plus t square. If they are asking find the distance traveled by the body after 1 second, put t is equal to 1 second. Find the distance traveled by the body after 3 seconds, put t is equal to 3 seconds. So distance after 1 second will be 1 by 4 minus 2 by 3 plus 2 into t square. Distance of the body after 2 seconds, 2 to the power 4 minus 4 plus 2 into 2 cube by 3 plus 2 into 2 square. Anytime you can find the distance traveled by the body by this method. So dear gents, if you do practice at home, definitely you are able to do the apply calculus method in discussing the motion. Very simple it is. Few points are important which you have to keep in your mind when we go for differentiation and when we go for integration. Again I am telling you, if position versus time equation is given to you, differentiate it, you will get velocity. One more time you differentiate it, you will get acceleration. If acceleration versus time equation is given to you, integrate it, you will get velocity. One more time integrate, you will get distance. Integration. So this you have to keep in mind when we go for differentiation and when we go for integration, and what are the rules for differentiation and integration. Now few more rules which we apply frequently in integration are: integration of sine nx dx is equal to minus cos nx by n, and integration of cos nx dx is equal to sin nx by n. If you remember, we have written differentiation of sin mx dx was m cos mx, and differentiation of cos mx dx was minus m sin mx. These were differentiation of trigonometric term. These are integration of trigonometric term. These you have to keep in mind when we will go for the integration. The last topic is substitution and placement of limit. This is very important. Limit. How we put the limit? What is limit? How we put it? Dear friends, suppose acceleration versus time equation is given to you that a is equal to 3t square plus 4t plus 5. They are saying find the change in velocity between t is equal to 1 second to t is equal to 2 seconds. Then this step we have to use. We will write, since a is equal to dv by dt, implies that dv is equal to a dt. On integrating, integration of dv is equal to integration of a dt. We have applied only integration operator. The value of a is 3t square plus 4t plus 5 into dt. This is the value of integration of dv. Now this is called place for lower limit, this is called place for upper limit. Now they are saying, and one more point, towards right side we are integrating with respect to t, and towards left side we are integrating with respect to velocity. राइट साइड में टाइम वेरिएबल है, लेफ्ट साइड में वेलोसिटी वेरिएबल है, तो यहाँ पे टाइम के लिमिट्स प्लेस की जाएंगी और यहाँ पे वेलोसिटी की लिमिट्स प्लेस की जाएंगी. जो आपको टाइम इंटरवल दिया गया है t इज इक्वल टू 1 सेकंड से 2 सेकंड, इसमें लोअर टाइम है 1, लोअर लिमिट हमेशा नीचे रखी जाती है, तो यहाँ पे लिखिए 1 बिकॉज़ लोअर टाइम 1 है, अपर टाइम 2 है, तो यहाँ पे लिखिए 2. लेट व्हेन टाइम इज 1 वेलोसिटी इज v1, and when time is 2 velocity is v2. This is called substitution of the limit. After this what we do? As we have done in the last question, integration of dt was t, so integration of dv will be v. Left side will be integration of dv, which is v, between limits v1 to v2. First term of right side, integration of 3t square dt between limits 1 to 2, Second step will be integration of 4t dt between limits 1 to 2. Third term will be integration of 5 dt between limits 1 to 2. This will rise as it is. 3 take outside, integration of t square dt between limits 1 to 2. Take 4 outside, integration of t dt between limits 1 to 2. Take 5 outside, integration of dt between limits 1 to 2. Now we have to put the, after substitution the limit, we use placement of limit. How we place the limit? लेफ्ट साइड में वेरिएबल वेलोसिटी है, इसको बोलते हैं अपर लिमिट, इसको बोलते हैं लोअर लिमिट. पहले वेरिएबल की जगह पे अपर लिमिट रखेंगे, v की जगह पे v2 लिखिए, माइनस लगाइए, वेरिएबल की जगह पे लोअर लिमिट रखिए, v की जगह पे v1. सेम स्टेप यू विल डू राइट साइड आफ्टर इंटीग्रेटिंग इट. इसका इंटीग्रेशन आएगा t क्यूब बाई 3 बिटवीन लिमिट्स 1 to 2. इसका इंटीग्रेशन आएगा t स्क्वायर बाई 2 बिटवीन लिमिट्स 1 to 2. इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ dt होगा केवल t बिटवीन लिमिट्स 1 to 2. v2 is the velocity at 2 seconds, v1 is the velocity at 1 second. So v2 minus v1 will be called change in velocity, जो आपसे पूछ रहा था. इस 3 से 3 कैंसिल होगा. वेरिएबल t है, t की जगह पे अपर लिमिट, तो t की जगह पे जब 2 प्लेस करेंगे तो मिलेगा 2 क्यूब माइनस वेरिएबल t इसकी जगह पे लोअर लिमिट 1 क्यूब प्लस यहाँ पे 2 बाहर निकलेगा. वेरिएबल t इसकी जगह पे 2 लिखिए तो 2 स्क्वायर माइनस 1 स्क्वायर प्लस 5. t की जगह पे 2 लिखिए माइनस t जहाँ पे, इसे कहते हैं प्लेसमेंट ऑफ लिमिट. दैट इज 8 minus 1, 4 minus 1 into 1, 7 plus 6 plus 5, that is 18 unit. This is the change in velocity. So this is how we substitute the limit and place the limit. Dear students, this last topic, we substitute the limit and place the limit, is very important, not only in mechanics. Mostly in all the units of class 11th and 12th, placement of limit and substitution of limit we have to do. So it is must for you to understand how we apply the limit, what is the procedure of substituting the limit, what is the procedure of placing the limit, and how we solve it. So this is all about your integration method, how we use integration method in discussing the motion. Already we discussed differentiation method, so this is all about calculus method. You do practice of both, how we use differentiation method as well as how we do integration method, use integration method in calculus. Please do share, subscribe my channel. Thank you.